Hi Leo, welcome to the August full moon in Aquarius reading for the 11th of August. This is an interesting reading. I have two fours for you and two aces. That's not bad. I would like to remind you that I like to read with the cycles of the moon, and so the full moon brings a cycle to an end, closure, finishing up things. So keep that in mind with this reading. What the full moon is bringing for you is the Four of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So the Four of Pentacles is holding on. It's holding on to the physical tightly, or holding on to a foundation that you've created and not wanting to let go of it. Maybe because you think that it's a very good idea and it's the basis of everything, it's your foundation, and so you don't want to rock the boat. And sometimes that's good, and sometimes you can use a little bit of give and take, less rigidity. I do think that the Four of Pentacles is a bit rigid. In this case, though, you have the High Priestess with it, so there may be things going on that you're unaware of, or you may be aware on a very intuitive level of what is going on. You get this feeling about the foundations that you're setting up right now, the finances that you're holding on to, maybe financial negotiations or financial situations that are causing you to hold on to your finances, or to hold on to things and try to keep them the way they are. It's very possible that there are things going on behind the scenes with the High Priestess. It's not necessarily dodgy, that's the Seven of Swords, but it's just a deep inner knowing that something is necessary, either to keep the way it is, to keep it under wraps, to keep the foundation as it is. Of course, we're talking about pentacles, so we're talking about finances and your health. But I also feel like, again, there's just this rigidity with it. Sometimes you need to keep that, sometimes you don't. Let's have a look. Let's see what if this is positively or negatively. Okay. It can go either way with the Justice card. And I'm telling you, I have done, this is my 5th reading so far, and the Justice card has come out in every reading. So this is big. This is big this month. What you give is what you receive. If you give 4, you'll get 4. That's all there is to it. And what I see you doing here is wanting 10. But you're not going to get 10 out of 4. Do you know what I mean? So it's very much that you kind of have to loosen that up a little bit. I was told that you can really create a vacuum if you don't allow things to flow, especially finances. Having said that, though, I kind of think it can go both ways, and it depends. This is a general reading, so it depends on your situation, because if you know, or you are privy to information, or you feel very, very deeply that you need to maintain this base, then you should, because this is the card of you get what you receive. This is karma, but it's also justice. And so there might be something going on behind the scenes that you know of, or that you're aware of, where you need to maintain this Four of Pentacles, this rigidity, or just holding on to your finances. The problem with that is it leads to the Five of Pentacles, which is financial instability. So in this case, I am going to say it is probably important to keep your savings, or to hold on to it as much as you can, because there are things happening in the world, and we all know the financial system is having a day. So it's my feeling that it's not the worst thing to hold on to what you have right now, or trying to, especially if it's savings. You are responding as the Emperor, The Emperor is a boss. The Emperor is somebody who can lay down foundations. So again, we have 2 4s here. So we are talking about foundations. Now this is the physical and financial foundation, and this is an inner foundation, a higher quality of foundation. It's people and situations that create law. That it's the Emperor. He looks out for his community, for his land, for his people, and the Emperor can rule with an iron fist, or make laws that are good for everyone involved. And so this is how you're responding, and I think you're laying down some foundations, especially where finances are concerned. The Ten of Pentacles is my inheritance card. It's what you leave behind. It's community, and it's conversation, and it's conversation within the community. So you might be doing something locally. A community can be broad or it can be narrow. It can just be the family. But in any case, there's definitely need for communications, and this can also be financial negotiations. So it's very possible that you are asking for 10, but the moon is bringing you in 4. And I think one of the things you have to consider here is, did I do everything I needed to receive that? Did I do enough? Let's pull another card for that. The Empress. You have the Emperor and the Empress. That's a very nice male-female energetic frequency. You have the give and receive. The male outgoing energy, the female receptive energy. So that's really nice, I think. So I do feel like there is a balance here, and that's exactly what Justice is asking about here, or asking for. I do think there's a nice balance, and I also think that this female energy is indication that yes, there's nurturing, there's a good way of thinking, the conversation is healthy, and I don't know if you're doing anything in nature or like to be in nature, but I would highly suggest it. The Empress is the earth. She's nature. She's nature personified. So I do feel like there's some financial negotiations going on. I do feel like they're fair, and they should be. And this brings you the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So you have victory, and you have new passions, new ideas coming forward. The Ace of Swords is seeing clearly. It is the Excalibur sword, so it can be wielded by those who are just, and that's great because we have the Justice card going on here. It is time for action. At least by the end of this cycle, you'll be ready for some action, I believe, or during the cycle. And you should be victorious. You are beginning with the Ace of Swords, so that also means that that is the full cycle in an ace. It's the seed, and that is activity, but it's also, it's a task. It's a fight. It's you take up the sword, and so you're going to be starting a new cycle at the end of this full moon, where you will have to take up the sword and act. And what will you be acting on? You'll be acting on the Ace of Wands, your passions, your ideas, new beginnings. This is the winter for me, and this is the spring. So you have 2 seasons here, and it can be that you begin action around the winter, or considering it around winter time, and it really sort of, maybe these are ideas. This is the mental energy that you put into it, and you could very well plant your seed in the spring with the Ace of Wands. But 2 aces, well, your cards are looking really good here. You have quite a few major arcana cards. The only semi-difficult card would be the 4 of Pentacles, but in this case it could just be that you are creating a strong foundation. The Devil card, you may come up against some things, which can be why you begin in winter and really plant the seed in the spring. With the Devil card, it's just things that don't gel or go the way you want them to, or there's some difficulty along the path, things that you still need to release and let go of before you can start this new beginning again. People and situations that just try to, that don't really go well with your new plan. It's kind of things that sort of get in your way just a little bit. And, but it seems a little minor to me, the Devil, in this case. I don't know why, but I'm going to do another one. You can be tempted by a Queen of Cups. There might be somebody around you who's very emotional, because this is temptation and lust. The Queen of Cups that's around you that is sort of tempting you, or wanting you to do something for her or be with her or that sort of thing. So she's a sweet card, but there is some temptation with that. Some lust, I would say. I don't think that it's terribly negative. But there are certain things that you will have to check yourself, I would say, with the Devil and the Queen of Cups. And that's my Scorpio card, just so you know. Okay, thank you for listening. I hope this helped. And I will be back in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. Thank you.